Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today I wanted to do something, just have a little bit of a discussion and then do some gameplay. Today marks the 10th anniversary of me getting back into tabletop sports gaming. And it's to me, it's kind of a special day. I've started playing Net Result Soccer, and that has branched out to a lot of different games, playing a lot of different, even actually not even sports, but other gaming as well. It's kind of become a really nice hobby for me. But I just want to give a little bit of background about myself and how I got here. And then thank some people before we move on to some gameplay. Before we do that, I got to tell you, I'm representing again. Let's see over here, San Diego FC, the next U.S. professional team to make their debut, which will be, I think, next month. Uh, got to represent the local team. So San Diego FC got their sweatshirt for them. I'm going to represent them today. So back in the day, back in the 80s, I first started playing tabletop sports, and I remember looking at the ads in whatever the magazine was. It may have been the Sporting News or something, I don't know. But the first tabletop sports game, legitimate tabletop sports game, not the, I had Peanuts All-Star Baseball when I was a kid. Loved that game, actually. My brother had the Sporting News, a lot of the Sporting News games. I remember he had Sporting News football. We had, I think it was maybe the Avalon Hill horse racing game. I don't have those anymore. Love those. They might be in my parents' storage lockers or storage rooms there, but I haven't seen them. APBA football. That was my introduction to tabletop sports gaming as it is like today. And I played a lot of that game. I loved it. I remember I was in high school. I remember ordering the team sets and waiting in the mail. Did it come today? No. Did it come today? Waiting, getting the cards, and getting the cards was just awesome. Loved it. I loved that feeling going through the teams. I remember in high school we had final exams, and I would go during the final exams. I'd take a couple team sets, and so if I finished early, you couldn't leave class. So you go through team sets and you do the ratings and stuff. It was just, I loved it. From there, I moved to APBA baseball and played the basic game. Played that for a while. Played the master game. I was in a mail-in league, so you mailed the instructions to whoever you're playing against, and it was in the league. Had some success with that. Did that with my brother. Played a lot of APBA baseball. I purchased the APBA basketball game. Didn't play much of that. Like people have said, it takes forever to play a game. I did play a couple games of that. That one wasn't great. I have APBA bowling. I say APBA. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's APBA. APBA, all those. Sorry. I wasn't going to say that, but for me, it's always been APBA. Sorry. Uh, APBA bowling. I still have those games. I still have them in my closet. I have broken out the bowling game with using Chris White's cards. So Chris White makes some custom cards for the bowling game. I've played that. I have my APBA baseball boards. I laminated them back in the day, so they're in laminated areas. So they're still in good shape. I have a lot of sets still, so I still have all of that. I then so as time went on, life moved on. I had kids, and things got busier with kids, and so I moved away from the card and dice game, and I moved into computer gaming. So I had APBA baseball, and I had that on the computer. I had football, I had hockey, APBA hockey, I think is what it was on the computer. That was a great game, loved it. So I went into that, played that, went to action sports for a while, and then really kind of dropped out of it. I think I had some Diamond Mind and dropped out of it. It just things got life happened. Um, my daughter's travel softball kept me very busy, very busy. And she was really good. She was a very good player, but that took all of my time. And I look back and I wish I would have continued to play tabletop gaming because we would go. So we live near San Diego, and we would go up to Orange County every weekend pretty much. And she would practice, and the practices for her team would last. One of the teams, they would last 6 to 8 hours, and we would eat all day, and Saturday and Sunday. And it's like the parents had to bring lunch, and they could only practice on the weekends. They did heavy practices. And if I would have been gaming then, I could have spent my time gaming instead of I don't know what. walking around, going on walks, whatever. I had time to game and I didn't. So as my daughter went to college and played there, and my middle daughter was finishing up her high school career. She was a really good lacrosse player, didn't want to play in college, so she was moving through that and finishing. And my sons, they're spaced apart. They're pretty far spaced apart. So he was in middle school, and we were trying to find his game. He was good in baseball. He was a good baseball player, but the team sport thing wasn't really his thing. He needed to have more of an individual sport. But we were working through phases. We went through baseball to roller hockey. He liked roller hockey. He wasn't very good at it. But he liked it. And it's just you have to skate and skate and skate. And he hadn't grown up that way. So the league he was in kind of fell apart a little bit. He moved on to indoor soccer. So we had the indoor soccer fields down where I played adult softball. And so he was going into indoor soccer, and I coached. I said, I'll coach, that's fine. I know enough about it. He was playing a lot of FIFA on the Xbox, and he was playing Barcelona. He played all these teams, and it was fun listening to him and watching him playing. And he was playing a lot of FIFA, and it just hit me. It dawned on me, soccer would be a really good sport. I wonder if anybody has a tabletop sports game. And this was 10 years ago, almost, a little bit more. And I started doing a little bit of checking, and I ran across Net Results Soccer. And I think the other one, there was another one, and it may have been Beautiful Game. And I was just looking at the two, and just remembering back to my APBA gaming and the cards and the players and how that was and how much I enjoyed that. And I thought Net Results Soccer was that in soccer. It was very cool. So I went, and it was Valentine's Day. I messaged David Troppins, and hold on one second. Sorry, dogs are barking. Had to pause and let them out. So I messaged David Troppins. I purchased the game, got the first set. So it was the Premier League set. And I remember I was at a user group meeting on my computer doing stuff. It was, a meeting I've been to a lot of times. And I was just looking around, researching and finding it, and I got the game. And so 10 years ago today, So 10 years ago today was the first game I played in tabletop sports gaming since back in the 80s and maybe early 90s. So the first game was Manchester City versus Manchester United. For whatever reason, I wasn't into soccer. I was not into soccer much. I'm going to guess that the previous however many years, if you heard about soccer, you're hearing about Manchester United winning titles, because up until then, they were winning titles. My son liked Sergio Aguero from FIFA, and so he liked Manchester City, and so that was our first game. Since then, though, so I've played that. I played a lot of Net Results Soccer, a lot of it, and just browsing the internet and browsing YouTube and browsing different things, I came across Steve Towers, upon further review, I think is what it was called, his channel, and watched him do videos of different games. And Al Wilson did videos, and those two, I want to thank them for what they did, because it introduced people to a lot of different games. And is that a style of game I would like to play? What do you think of that, and how would that work? I met Al Wilson a couple times, talked with him about some games, and they're good guys. And so those increased my interest in other things. So what that really kicked off was my search for the perfect game. And I say that because I know there is no perfect game. Everybody's perfect game is different. So I'm going to just put that out. The search for the perfect game is the search for the perfect game for me. And what I've learned from my gaming and the time through these last 10 years is what I like in a game, what I like to do in a game. I've learned my playing style. I don't want to manage. I don't want to coach. I want to watch the game play. I like to watch the game play out. I like all the players to be carded. I'd like all the players to be carded for how they did on their team, not league or season specific for the entire year for multiple teams. I'd like to have that individual card for that player. If they played on two teams in the same league, they'd have two different cards. I like that. I like PDFs. I like to play on the computer. I don't necessarily not playing computer games, but I like to put the cards on the computer and play that way. Uh, Playing on the tabletop, and I think I've mentioned this before. Playing a hockey game, I think it was Inside the Crease, and it was line change and line change and line change, and you're doing that, and you're back and forth and back and forth and writing down stats, and my back, I hurt my back, and I'm sure it wasn't the gaming, but it was also my work and all that. I did a lot. So I hurt my back. And so what I've been able to do is figure out how to play the games with the cards on the screen, and I don't have to move back and forth as much, and it doesn't hurt my back. So I like PDFs, and I like to have all of them played. I like to play on that. Fast action cards are okay, and dice are okay. I don't know if I mean I've played a few games of baseball with dice, but most of the time I generate rollers. I create flippers and rollers that I play for the games, and so it's all on the computer. Uh, I keep stats on a sheet. I don't do that electronically. I do that by hand, except for one game. Um, but what that has led me to is my perfect game, one for each sport I've tried to get to. Uh, so soccer, obviously, net result soccer. I've played APBA soccer or APA soccer, which is a good game. I've played, um, forgetting it, Play Sports, Soccer Blast. So I've played that. But I keep coming back to Net Result Soccer, and I played thousands of games. I really love it, and I want to thank David Troppins for creating the game. I want to thank him also for allowing me to create sets to keep the game alive and keep it going. So that's been my passion for the last several years. For baseball, NPNG Plus. So Bill from NPNG Plus puts out the sets that are very APBA-like. The cards are very APBA-like, but they're a little bit more advanced. So you have pitcher grades that aren't just A, B, C, D. You have number grades on there, and you can go even more. You can have left-right splits and different things and how you want to play. But all the players are carded, and the game's free. Bill's a great guy. I've talked with him or chatted online with him for several times. Football is Solitaire Pro Football. So Mike from SPF, uh, lots of sets. I like that game. They aren't individual. Not all the players are carded, but in football you don't have to. You just have to have the players that actually did stuff, and he does on his sets. All the players, pretty much every player that has caught a pass or ran the ball, unless there's just too many of them, they have a rating. So all of those players can participate. I listened to ID Jester's rant on APA football and all the cards, and I thought, that game. I just purchased it. I just purchased the new version of it, and I'm waiting to see if I want to get a set. But it's $100 and something per set, and I thought, you should just make a set. You should have an option. You can have an option to buy all the cards, but make a set where only the players that ran or caught passes that need to be carded are carded, and then the rest is just like team sheets. So you can have the ratings on there. You can have generic interception returns and fumble returns for players to be rated for that. I know there are baseball games do that for pitchers batting and stuff. You could do that, and you would save a ton of money and that'd make that more accessible game. But they're going to do what they want to do. So Solitaire Pro Football has been what it's been for me. Those two, baseball, football, and hockey. I would like to play Strat. I haven't played Strat before. I'd like to play that game, but it doesn't come in PDF, and I don't know if all the players are carded. I know basketball, which I'll talk about in a minute. There's like replay and hoops. Not all the players are carded. So Strat is the one that really intrigues me, especially for baseball. I would think I would like to play that one, but haven't. Just again because it's not on PDF and it's just not how I play. I have done some Status Pro, so I've done some of that. Basketball is Sideline Strategy Games basketball. So Joe Bryan makes that. He also does Payoff Pitch baseball. I play Payoff Pitch. I like that a lot. The basketball game for me, I play that a lot, and I've figured out how to play in a way that's different. It's a different style, but it works really well for me, and the game flows. And Joe's great. Joe puts up with me, so I email him periodically, and I'm sure he puts. I'm gonna put up with a lot of people saying stuff. He puts up with me. But that's a great game. I really like that. I've been playing that recently, doing some different things. It's a fun game for me. And in hockey, it's Hockey Bones. Hockey Bones has been the one for me that is just, it's a wonderful game. it took me forever to figure it out. It took me 3 times to just dive in and figure it out. But once you did, it's it's a fantastic game. David Arlington makes the cards. Tim Plum puts them out. I've chatted with Dave several times. I've chatted with him some, but with Dave a lot. Uh, that game, I don't play it enough. I don't play it enough. And when I do play, I go back and realize how good of a game that is. And I do. I have APBA hockey. I've played Inside the Crease. Uh, I've played Status Pro. I've played some different games, and they're good. They're good games, but Hockey Bones just it kind of fits for me. But I did want to thank all those guys. So all the people that make these card sets and make these games and keep them alive, they're good guys. They're doing work and they're doing something for a hobby that there's not a lot of money in it. I don't think. I mean, APBA does sell a lot, and they're expensive. They sell a lot. They've had a following forever. I don't know how much money's in these games and the amount of work. I know I make the cards for Net Result Soccer, and it's a lot of work, and I do it because I love to do it. I don't sell them; they're free. Uh, you can go on the Net Result Soccer Delphi forum; it's all free, and I just do it because I've enjoyed the joy that the game has brought me. I just want to share. I want to share that joy with other people that want to play. It is just that's from my heart of what I would like to do because it's meant a lot to me. It's become a really integral part of my life. And we talk about there's been some activity on the Delphi forum recently and talk about Soccer Saturday and Soccer Sunday and I was doing a medical procedure and there's like, okay, well, go to your happy place and do that. Well, I think I was doing an MRI. What's your happy place? What's my happy place? What's sitting on the couch on a Saturday morning with the dogs on my lap watching a game. And it's just from someone that didn't care about. So I watched the San Diego Sockers, watched NASL, watched them when they were indoor. They were great indoor. They're the best indoor team probably ever. That was really the extent of it. I watched the U.S. national team when they had World Cup, and that was it. To what it is now, and I follow it a lot and follow it fairly closely, and it really, I'm a Manchester United fan. Again, I don't know why they picked me, and it pisses me off watching them because they're so bad. It is so frustrating. But I know what's going on with the game, and I just I want to give that joy back, and I think the people that make these games want to give that joy back. The last person I wanted to thank, Dave Gardner. Dave Gardner's been I've talked with him and I've emailed with him and I've sent him some rollers and some different flippers and different things, and I watch his videos, and he's kind of what the inspiration is for me to get to do these videos. It's like, that's really cool, and I want to be able to share what I do too. Just again, it's for the joy of what I do and bringing that to other people. So Dave, if you watch this, I know you watch some of my videos. I don't know if you'll get to this point. We're 18 minutes in, but thank you for what you do. Your videos are awesome, and your gameplay. That's why I bought APBA Football, because you're playing it, and your joy of that game made me want to experience that too. So thank you for that as well. The people on the Delphi forum, people on Facebook sports board, I think it's Tabletop Sports group, and the sports board, Solitaire Sports Board, whatever groups I belong to. Keep posting. I love watching what you guys do. It inspires me to get more games. It inspires me to play. You guys have good ideas, and it just has been a joy for these last 10 years to be part of this community. And I hope I can give back some, and what I do gives back some to you guys, because it's just with my kids graduating out of high school and finishing college, and that competition, that competitive part of me is gone, and this brings it back, and then you get to relive history, and so it's been fun. I appreciate all of what you guys do, and I hope you get some joy out of what I do. So thank you, and thank you all very much. So that being said, I wanted to move on and do something and play a game. So we're going to do some Net Result Soccer today, and what we're going to do is replay the first game that I ever played. So I don't know the exact lineups we used. So my son was Manchester City. I was Manchester United. We put I put the lineups out there. I don't know what lineups he used. My only rule was Wayne Rooney had to play for United, and Sergio Aguero had to play for Manchester City. And I really just took whoever started the most games and made the lineups out of that. But those two, I had to make sure they were in there. One of my dogs now is Rooney, named after Wayne Rooney. So I had to make sure those players were in. So I went through and I had actually created this set. I don't make it available. David sells this set, so I don't make it available to people. Um, but I created it after I did the 2012-2013 set during COVID. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll play this sometime. So today, we're going to replay the first game I ever played 10 years ago using Net Results Soccer. So the lineups for today's game, United is going to put, some of these names will be really interesting. And I'm seeing my score sheet I messed up. So I'm going, what am I going to do? I'll just leave it. It's backwards. That's okay. So Manchester United gets to be the home team because they're the weaker team, so I want to give them the bonus. And Manchester City is the away team. So it's Vidic, Chris Smalling, Patrice Evra, Raphael, Phil Jones, Michael Carrick, Tom Cleverley, Antonio Valencia, Wayne Rooney, and Robin Van Persie, with David De Gea in goal. And it's just some of these names are some of my favorite. David De Gea was probably my favorite or one of my favorite Manchester United players. Juan Mata's on the bench. One of my favorite Manchester United players. And I mean, it's Antonio Valencia. I loved watching him play, and he got moved from there. He ended up moving back as a D mid through his career. Those names are it's amazing to me. I just, it means a lot. It's weird to say it, but it's almost emotional to see replaying these. That's what it means. So Manchester City is going to go Di Michelis and Company and Zabaleta, Kolarov, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, David Silva. Is he still there? I don't know if he's the one still there. Nasri, Sergio Aguero, and Aiden Dzeko with Joe Hart in goal. So that's it. That's going to be our lineups for today. Manchester City is by far the better team in this, so we're going to go to the game setup. So let's do that. Manchester City's offensive rating combined is a 33.3, and Manchester United, wow, I did switch that around. Manchester United is a 16.2. So I'm going to pause this for 1 second because the dog wants to come in, and we'll go ahead and get started. Hold on. Okay, I had to switch my score sheet around to make it appropriate for the game. So Manchester United is now the home team, and City is the road team. And let's make sure we have the video running. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So Joe Hart in goal is a plus 172 rated keeper, and David De Gea is a 072 keeper. So their goalkeeper rating is about the same. But we are going back to the original Net Results Soccer timing where the minutes are based on dice rolls. We'll go ahead and get started and get this game played out. So you can see that I have the plus minus down here below. So I know people have had some questions about how that works. So you'll see both teams are rated 0. You'll see how that plays out. But Manchester United will get the opening kickoff and a 7:55. That's a P. City goes to Kolarov. Kolarov's going to get a shot attempt against a 12, and it's stopped. So shot attempt is stopped. United's ball, 8:64 is a P for Valencia. 9:57, that's a P star for Rooney. So Manchester United gets the ball. They have possession, 5:15, and Phil Jones is fouled. So Jones is fouled by Zabaleta. We had a free kick. 8:74 is taken away by Nasri. So Nasri with the ball. And that's going to get feeded to Dzeko. Dzeko with a shot attempt against Van Persie. That's through. It's off target. So the first shot goes to Manchester City. The shot off target by Dzeko. And the 47 is the ball for United. One thing that you'll see back in 2013, 2014, you can tell how much a team wants to play out of the back really by the counter ratings for the goalies. De Gea is a 55, which means his passing percentage was 55%. Joe Hart's at 47, so they just kicked the ball long. Game has changed a lot since then, so those counter ratings get less and less. United's ball, 887 is a P, 346 P, 885. It's a takeaway by Valencia. Valencia has the ball for United. United goes 782 is a P. 435 is a P star. Raphael with the ball. United gets 656 is a P. Oh, they're in P. Are they in P star? Did I not clear that? I didn't clear it. 323 is a shot attempt by Evra against a 0-3. It's off target. Patrice Evra goes off target. That is a aerial battle. Van Persie versus Zabaleta. That Zabaleta wins it. So City will get the ball. Just to go back 10 years ago, the game I played ended up 2-2. So City was ahead 2-1, and Rooney scored late for the winner. Don't know if that'll happen here, but that's what we're going to hope for. It is City's ball. 972 is a takeaway by Rooney. Rooney with the takeaway. 622 is a foul. He is fouled. Carrick is fouled by David Silva. Free kick to United. 135 is a P. 878 taken away by Valencia. More takeaways back then too because the teams weren't holding the ball as much. 1041 shot attempt by Van Persie against a 9. It is on target and saved. Van Persie with the first real threat. Goes on target, saved by Hart. 52 is the number, and that's normal. So we have an aerial battle. Phil Jones is a 1 against Aguero. Phil Jones wins it. United gets the ball. 933, Rooney with a shot attempt against a 9. That one's on target and saved as well. So Rooney goes on target right after Van Persie. Joe Hart's up to the task. Saves the aerial battle back. He kicks it back down the field, and that one is won by United as well. Raphael beats Dzeko to the ball. United has it. It's 848 is a P. 157 P. 454 P. 721. Foul 5 is a P. 475 Kolarov with a takeaway. City has the ball. 914 foul 5. That is against Cleverly is a P. No foul. 8 Valencia gets it. So it's a corner kick, and he will get the plus-minus advantage. So you'll see how that plays out. So the corner kick is here on an 11. No, that's not 11. On an 11. Corner kick. If the possession number is odd, they get an advantage to a plus in the plus-minus. If it's a even, it's a minus. So since he is an attack mid, he gains 3. Sorry. So he'll gain 3 points, which now they have the advantage. The home team gets the advantage. Their possession number now moves up to a 12. And that's the plus-minus advantage. The team with the advantage gets a bonus to their possession rating. So they have momentum, or they have whatever you want to call it mojo, or whatever it is. The only difference is the away team has to be ahead by 2. The home team, if they're ahead by 1, I give it to them, home field advantage. The away team has to be ahead by 2. So we have a corner kick. Corner kick to United. They've been playing okay so far in the first 11 minutes. 73 is a takeaway by Silva. City's ball. I say that, they'll probably give up a goal right here. Oh, possible penalty? No. So Yaya Toure rolls into his penalty kick range possible, 23, but the check has to be a 7, and my check is an 8. That is outside the range. If it was inside, the PK allowed is green. It would have been a PK. But the ref doesn't call it. We don't have VAR here, so Toure goes down in the box. No foul called. We play on. 8:35 is a P star. United with the ball. 2:65 P star. 5:33 another P star. So they keep it. Keep in possession. 5:12. It's a possible corner. You check the corner rating. It's red, so it's not a corner. They fail that, so they keep it on a P star. 341 P star. 954 P plus. So Rooney with the advantage here. They have a possible scoring chance here. Can they get a shot off? No. Kolarov breaks it up and gets possession for City. They have the ball. 5:25 is a shot by Fernandinho against a 3 Valencia. That is on target, and it is a goal. Fernandinho scores for Manchester City, and they open up the scoring in the 16th minute. The assist, it's unassisted, so they score, shot on target and a goal. So 5:25 is in his shot range against a 3 that passes. 32 is on target. 61 plus 17 is a 78, and that's a goal. City takes the lead. Manchester United, I said, they were playing well, and of course I say that and jinx them. That's a P. 452 is a P. 474 taken away by Kolarov. City with the ball. 844 is a P star. Nasri with the P star. 746 is a P plus, so they're on the attack. 1067, P plus 727. Foul 2 is a foul. Silva is fouled by Antonio Valencia. Get that professional foul there. Free kick. We're into the 20th minute. 5:24 is again Fernandinho with a shot against a 15. That would have been a goal as well. This one stopped. So maybe you want to play some defense against Fernandinho there. That time they are. 10:42. United has that possession advantage. So that's a shot by Van Persie against an 18 is stopped. City's defense. They started having these really good defensive teams then. They moved on to Pep Guardiola soon after this, and they just became the juggernaut. I would say this, that after becoming a United fan, I did check. City has won 6 titles. United's they've averaged winning like 7 or 8 more games per year than United. It's just been a free fall for them. So they can thank me for the jinx and causing so much grief for them. Plays open. 10:42. Dzeko with a shot attempt against a 4. That's off target. So that is a open aerial battle. 2 versus 0. United wins. Their ball. 121 is the shot attempt by Vidic against an 18, and that one stopped. 9:57. Aguero with a shot attempt against a 14 and stopped by Smalling. Nice. Good defense there. 7:83. The takeaway by Cleverly. United with the ball. 9:25, and that's a P. Rooney fails the offside checks we play on. 137, P. 676. The takeaway by Yaya Toure. 3:27 is a P plus. 4:26, foul 2, and a foul. Kolarov fouled by Valencia. .162 P. 156 P. 8:21 is a foul. Nasri fouled by Rooney. .257 P. 7:53 P star. P star. City keeps the ball. 4:24, foul 3, and a foul. Kolarov fouled by Cleverly. Okay, free kick to City. 5:28, shot by Fernandinho against a 14. That one stopped. So they've stopped 4 shot attempts so far. 6:54 P. 3:12, and that is a corner kick. City with their first corner of the game. P plus to Nasri. 9:28, offside. Sergio Aguero goes offside. Okay, United ball. 8:26, shot by Valencia against a 15. That one stopped. 78. That's taken away by Rooney with a possible shot against an 18. That stopped. So City's starting to play some defense now. 9:18, foul 4 is a foul. Rooney is fouled by Toure. And it's a free kick to United. 1:85, taken away by Di Michelis. 5:34, P star. City with the ball. 2:41, P star. 5:56, 6:66, 8:24 is an offside. Nasri goes offside. 30 minutes in. United ball. 7:35 is a P. 3:46 P. 5:82 taken away by Phil Jones. 5:12 and possible corner, no. 3:23 is a shot by Evra against a 15, and that one stopped. 183 taken away by Di Michelis. 9:63, almost a shot attempt, but no. would have been a goal, but it would have been a good shot by Aguero. But he fails the check. 9:87 P. 5:34 P star. Fernandinho gets the P star. City with the ball. 1:83 taken away by Vidic. 5:84 taken away by Fernandinho. 6:28 shot attempt by Toure against a 12. That's through but off target. Yaya Toure goes off target. That is an aerial battle. Evra against David Silva. And not a takeaway, sorry. That's an aerial win for United. 6:78 taken away by Toure with a possible shot against a 15. That stopped. 10:54 shot by Dzeko against a 0 through. That's on target and he scores. Edin Dzeko scores. And City in the 35th minute goes up 2-0. Okay, well, time for United to do something. 1067p, 245p, 945. Shot by Aguero against a 15. That and that's a goal. Okay, well maybe it's not time for United to do something. Sergio Aguero scores, and that one's unassisted. And it is getting a little ugly here, which is kind of what this rivalry has become. Anyways, 834 P plus. United with the ball, 563, 124 P star. So they lose the P plus, they go to P stars, taken away by Zabaleta. City with the ball, 915, foul 5, and it's a foul. Aguero fouled by Valencia. It's his third foul of the game. 666 is a P. 357 P, 551 P, 153 P, 658 P, 277 taken away by Company. 615 is a corner to City, their second corner of the game, and Vincent Kompany gets a +5 on the next one, and that makes the bad situation a little bit worse. They get a corner, he goes to +5, and now City has the advantage. Okay, so we're going to have 1 minute of stoppage time with the 45th minute. So we got to finish that. The 46th minute will be the stoppage time minute. 3:42 is a P. 8:23, foul 2, and a foul. Valencia fouled by Zabaleta. Free kick to United. 2:17, foul 5, it's a P. So we're in the last minute of the first half here. 6:77, taken away by Cleverly. 3:68, and that is a yellow card to Zabaleta. 45 plus 1. Still United's ball, and this will be it. 4:71, taken away by Kolarov, and that ends the first half. So, not how it was in the first game I played. City's kind of opened up a gap here and probably put this one away in the first half. It's 3-0. We go to halftime. So 3 shots on target, all scored. So De Gea, not good in goal. But we'll keep playing on. We're good to the second half. No changes yet. So we'll make the change on the endurance checks to see if anyone fails that. I will make a forced change at the 60th minute if there hasn't been any. And I will do the 75th minute if there's only been that one. So I'll do some forced substitutions if we have to. Manchester City has the ball to start the second half, though. 6:42, P-Star. 10:42, shot by Dzeko against a 0. That's off target. His 4th shot of the game. That's off target, though, and it'll be a aerial battle. Dimichelis wins. 8:87, taken away by Valencia. You know, the aerial battle, I think that was, I don't know if where that was discussed. I don't know if I don't think I came up with that. I don't think I'm smart enough to do that. But the aerial battle was one of those things that when time went on for this United team, they had a team that was really big. They had, Fellaini was on their team and just won a lot of aerial battles, and they got Maguire, and they had a really tall team. And that you realize that aerial battles are part of the game. That is one of the things that I could rate out, and so I do. I added that into my games. Again, I don't know if that was my. That wasn't my idea. So that was David thought of something. I'm sure. So, anyways, I played that. So we will play on. 8:57 is a P. 2:43 P. 1:23. Possible shot? No. Vidic doesn't get the shot attempt. 8:24, offside by Valencia. We need United to get the next goal here. We need to get something going. 1:42 P. 9:21. Foul 1. Foul. Rooney's fouled by Kolarov. 3:53 P. 5:24. Shot by Fernandinho against a 4. That's off target. City has some really good plus numbers on their shots. I mean, their whole team. This is incredible. So Dimichelis is a +5, a +29, +21. Kolarov's the only negative. Everyone else has a pretty good plus number. They scored a lot. They won the league. They scored a lot. Aerial battle. Van Persie's a -1 versus Aguero. Aguero wins that. City has the ball. 6:26 shot by Torre against an 11. That is off target. 38. Torre's a +38. Sheesh. He scored 20 goals that year? Wow. Wow. Okay. So that is an aerial battle. Valencia versus Dimichelis, and City wins that one. 4:35 is a shot by Kolarov against a 15. That stopped. 3:55 P. 6:48 P. 4:78. Taken away by Rafael. United has the ball. 2:68, and first endurance check is passed. And Kompany will get a card. He could be a red card, but it's not. He passed that. So Vincent Kompany gets a yellow card in the 51st minute. United ball. 5:24, foul 1, and a foul. Phil Jones fouled by David Silva. 9:38, shot by Wayne Rooney on the free kick against a 3 that is off target. 16, that's an aerial battle. 10 versus 4 is won by Kolarov. City has the ball. 7:15, that's a corner. 4:36, Kolarov passes the check. 36 is a shot attempt against a 1 that is through and on target and a goal. It is now 4-0, and this is a whacking. So when I got the game, and the first game I played was this one, it was a draw. It took me years to get the first time United beat City. It just didn't happen. City won every single time. I couldn't even get a draw. So finally I've had a few wins, and my last replay did, they actually got, I think they won both of them. But yeah, it's been one-sided for most of the years of this series, which it has been in real life. 10:74 P, 1:37 P, 6:37 P plus. 2:75 Smalling with the takeaway. Passes the endurance check. Taken away. 3:52 P, 5:13 is a corner. City's just flexing their muscles. 6:36 shot by Nasri against a 6. Through. That one's on target. And saved finally. Jeez. So 35, 45, 61. His first save of the game, amazingly. 2 versus 3. Smalling wins the aerial battle. United ball. Coming up on possible changes here if no one fails. 10. Nope. Dzeko passes. 10:71. Taken away by Dzeko. Against an 11 through, and he scores. Okay. His second of the game. David Silva with the assist. All right, it's 5-0. 132 P star. 132 P star 261, and we're gonna have, so that's a P star. Once this is done, we'll make some subs. P star 183, taken away by Dimichelis. Okay, so we're at the 60-minute mark. We're gonna make some subs. Basically, what I'll do here is find the player or players with the lowest endurance rating and sub them out. So Rafael for United is a 50. He's going to come out. I will replace him with, well, I can't replace him with Patrice Evra because he's already in there. So I need another defender. I'm not going to do this now. I'm just going to put in Ferdinand. Ferdinand gets to go in. Ferdinand in the 60th minute for Rafael. And for City, Aguero is a 50. He's going to come out and be replaced by Negredo. Which at a 47 offensive rating is still a step down. It's amazing. Okay, so I don't even have these guys here. Okay, so let's put in the subs here. Raphael's out. I'll keep Aguero in there, and if it's a foul on him, then I'll give it to Negredo. Okay, we play on 183, was taken away by DiMichele. So it's their ball. 587, taken away by Jones. Jones with it, 773, taken away by David Silva. 637 is a P plus. 452 P star. 355 P star. 332 P star. 236 P star. 316 is a foul. Zabaleta is fouled by Patrice Evra. Free kick. One of the things I did in the games, because we get these blowouts, I actually I don't know if you can see it down in my roller here. I have this shot where there's a check mark, and sometimes there'll be an X. In blowout rules, I would actually limit the shots the teams would take, because they would step off the gas pedal a little bit if they're blowing teams out. So I would do that. I'm not playing that right now. I probably should, so this game doesn't end 8-0, but we'll play it out and see how bad it gets. And that will be a P. So they pass the corner check. 868. Endurance check. Valencia passes, but he gets a card. And a yellow card to Valencia in the 65th minute. So 25 minutes to go. 456 P. 156 P. 862 P. 543 P. 8 Valencia. He goes to +6. And so they now, on that corner, get the possession advantage back because they're ahead by 1. So corner kick to United. 1086 is a P. 367 P. 1084 P. 371 is a possible card. It is a card on Zabaleta. He already has a card. So we do a check against this extra 20 roll, and he passes that. So it's just going to be a foul. So Cleverly is fouled by Zabaleta. So basically, if a player has picked up a card, then the chances of getting that second yellow card are greatly diminished, like they would be in real life. If they hadn't do it in real life, they're not going to get one here, most likely. So that's just going to be a foul. United with the ball. 771, taken away by Silva. 884, taken away by Valencia. 112 is a corner. 835, P star. United with the ball. 1025 is offside. Van Persie goes offside. 368 and endurance check is passed, and that is a card. So Patrice Evra cards in the 68th minute. So City will keep the ball off the yellow card. 272 is taken away by Smalling. United with it. 962 P. 264 P. 562 P. 463 P. 156 P. 267 P. 685. So when I first got the game, that was one of the things that 685 is actually a takeaway by Michael Carrick. I think Steve Tower said it, and there were some other things that said it could be a lot of P's, so a lot of no action. Like what happens in soccer? There's times where there's just not a lot happening, and I know that was one of the early criticisms of what the game was. It's real life. That's what happens at times. So that's just part of it, and that's okay. So Carrick has the ball for United. 781 is a P. 158 P. 331 P star. Possible subs coming up. P star 1087, P star 674 taken away by Torre, and they will do subs at the 75th minute mark. That will be City's ball after, but who is the next lowest? It's for City, it's Nasri and Dzeko. So I'm taking Dzeko out because they're killing them, and so Jovetic will go in, which actually makes them better. This team seems wicked good. And for United, who is the lowest? Tom Cleverly's at 65, so it's a D mid. He has to come out, so replace him with someone similar. I'm going to do it just so I can get him in the game. Juan Mata's coming in. So he can play A mid. Yeah, they move more offense, but they're getting killed. So Mata in for Cleverly, and Jovetic in for Dzeko. I didn't put the last subs in. There's 9 and 8. Okay. City's ball. 753, P Star. 682, taken away by Carrick. 187. So you see some of these names that people that have gone on to coaching. Michael Carrick. And who is the other one? Michael Carrick. Darren Fletcher is on there. So I think he's gone on to coach. I think there's a few others that have gone on to coach that are on that team. 167, P, 1045. Shot by Van Persie against a 9. That is stopped. 972, taken away by Rooney. United with the ball. 876, taken away back by Nasri. 518, foul 5. That's a P. 823, foul 2. There's a foul. Valencia is fouled by Jovetic. So we're getting to that time of the game where these endurance checks will probably fail. 116 is a foul 2, and that's a foul. So Vidic is fouled by Jovetic. Free kick, 6. Michael Carrick goes -1. And so with that -1 sets them back to even, and that puts the possession number back to 11. United with the corner. Shot by Van Persie against a 2. Through on target. Scores. Yes. Robin Van Persie. He's another one that's coached. Coached United. Not for very long, but he did. Van Persie scores. He can't assist himself, so his assist will go to Wayne Rooney. So on the corner, 33 against a 2. He passes that on target. 41 plus the corner, 61 plus 24 is a goal. United scores. 4 more to go. 118, shot by Dimichelis against a 6. Through, that's off target. And United will control. 823, foul 2, and a foul. Valencia fouled by David Silva. Where are you? Valencia fouled by Silva. Free kick, 10 minutes to go. 8:53 P. 10:35, shot by Jovetic against a 10, and he scores. Okay, well, might as well. Jovetic from Silva, and it is now 6-1. I think the crowd would have been pretty pissed by this. United with the ball. 8:44 P. 3:15 fouled. Everett fouled by Fernandinho. 9:14, and that's a P. 6:28 P Star. United with the ball. P Star. 9, and Rooney goes -1 on the corner, but they're the home team, so they don't lose that plus-minus advantage yet. Corner kick, 8:36 is a P Star. 9:57 P Star. 9, Rooney gets that. Now he goes to a +2 on that corner kick. So he dropped down, but then something happened, and he boosted back up. 10:87 P. 8:21, foul 3, and a P. 9:82 P. 4:63, and Ferdinand is an all, so he doesn't get a fatigue check. That's a P. 9:73, taken away by Negredo against a 15. That one stopped. 2:25, shot attempt by Smalling. I like Chris Smalling too. 2:25 from Smalling's shot, that stopped. 3:36 P. 6:48 P. 528. Fernandinho, he will fail the endurance check, but he does get the shot, so he'll finish the play. Shot attempt against a 12 is stopped, and Fernandinho will sub out. And who do I want to put in? Just because I want to put them in. Well, they're ahead by a lot. So they're going to put in a defensive player just because. They're going to shut this thing down. Lescott is in. +2. Fernandinho is out. They get a +2 for that late sub. That evens it back up. And we play. 954 P. 883. Nasri fails, so he would have to come out, but we're out of subs, so he fails an endurance check. For me, that's a -1, and that puts United back in an advantage there. 883 is a P. We're going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time. 813, corner. 823, foul 2, and a foul. Valencia fouled by Nasri. Free kick. 7, Juan Mata. Juan Mata gets a +4 on that corner. 117, shot by Vidic against a 17, stopped and taken away. Zabaleta gets a stop in the takeaway. 587 taken away back by Jones. So United has the ball. 553 is a P. 766 is a P. 943 shot by Negredo against a 0. That's off target. So you see on that, the X here, if I'm playing my blowout rules, that wouldn't have been a shot. But we're just playing this one out. So that's a shot off target. 63 is an aerial battle that United wins. Couple more minutes to go. Okay, we're in the last minute. 675. Torre fails the endurance check. 675 is taken away by Yaya Torre. And that will do it. 966, and that's the ball game. So that is it. It wasn't quite the game that wasn't quite the game that I had the first time I played 10 years ago. I just, again, thank you everybody that, if you guys stuck around this long, thank you everybody for watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. But again, I want to thank everybody that's been involved with this. The game makers, again, that perfect game for me is fitting that slot, and those game makers that have done that. If you have other game suggestions that you think might fit my bill, again, PDF and all the players carded, something I can put on the screen here, let me know. Let me know. I'd be willing to try out other games. I like the ones I have, so it's going to be tough to beat them because those for me are the perfect games. But I thank you for following along, and you can see Peanut in the back here, jumping up and down looking for stuff. Peanut, what are you doing? She wanted to be on the video. But again, thank you for following along, and I will see you guys in the next video. But otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.